Metal Hawk is a recently incorporated gold and nickel exploration company targeting growth through acquisition, exploration and development of projects located in Western Australia. It currently has projects in the Eastern Goldfields region as well as a large ground holding in the Albany-Fraser Orogen region. Metal Hawk is targeting to list on ASX in November, and joining me to discuss its plans as a listed company is Managing Director Will Belbin. Will, welcome to TCN TV.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Metal Hawk is currently targeting the discovery of gold and nickel sulphide deposits. Why focus on these two minerals?
Gold and nickel. Our projects are all located in Western Australia. Prime district for exploring for gold and nickel. We're originally looking for nickel sulphide project and we've been fortunate to get our hands on some very exciting gold ground as well.
Metal Hawk's 4 projects in the Eastern Goldfields district are Emu Lake, Canona East, Clinker North and Blair Hill. What potential do these projects have?
Well, Canona East and Emu Lake, they're our key projects we'll be focusing initially on. Gold exploration for Metal Hawk. They're also highly prospective for nickel sulphide. Canona East is located ideally between Canona Bell Gold Mine, and it's also a long strike from Silver Swan nickel sulphide deposit, which is one of the highest nickel sulphide deposits in the world. Clinker Hill and Blair North are both prospective for gold and nickel. However, we'll be focusing on generating nickel sulphide targets with work commencing early next year.
Okay, now you also have 3 other projects named Viking, Norseman East and Fraser South in WA's emerging Albany district. What drilling has occurred in these projects to date, and what kind of potential do you think they have?
Well, the Viking gold project is a fairly recent discovery. It's had limited shallow drilling, but it's intersected some very high-grade gold mineralisation. Numbers like 6 metres at 64 grams, 4 metres at 15 grams, all within 50 metres from surface. We have got a number of high-grade prospects identified here, which we'll be following up, evaluating the open pit resource potential and so forth. The Norseman East acquisition, we picked up only fairly recently. It's had very little drilling. We'll be testing for Norseman style high-grade gold undercover. The Fraser South project is a bit more remote. It's only 80 k's south of the Nova Bollinger nickel mine. We have nearly 800 square kilometres out here. It's an earlier stage project. Will be explored by our joint venture partners out there. They will be systematically exploring the belt.
Okay, now looking closer at your partners, you've got a strategic partnership with Western Areas and Chalice Gold Mines. What will Metal Hawk receive from these larger Australian mining companies, and what are the earnings they get in return?
We're fortunate to have joint venture partners with the calibre of Western Areas and Chalice. Western Areas will be earning into 3 of our projects, Canona East, Emu Lake and Fraser South. They'll be earning up to 75% by spending $7 million over 5 years, where Metal Hawk will be free carried to decision to mine. And importantly, we're holding on to gold rights at Emu Lake and Canona, which will be focusing our exploration efforts in the near term. Western Areas are an ideal JV partner. We know the guys there pretty well. They're focused explorers and they've got deep pockets, which is very important in exploring for nickel sulphide. We signed an agreement with Chalice on the Viking gold project. They have the right to earn up to 70% in that project. We like the fact that they're aggressive explorers, they are professionals and they have a strong geological team. And we're all looking forward to getting stuck into that project as well.
Metal Hawk is targeting to raise, as you mentioned, between $4.5 and $5.5 million for the IPO, and plans to spend about $1.2 million in its first year as a listed explorer. Why is the Canona East project getting half of this expenditure? And how can investors expect that you will generate shareholder returns for them?
Well, we've had tremendous support in the IPO process, and we'll be raising the full $5.5 million. Our main aim is to make discoveries, and we see Canona East as our flagship project. And I wouldn't be surprised if we spend a multiple amount than the 600,000 as in the prospectus that was budgeted for. We have drilling planned to commence at Canona very shortly. We're planning to drill over 10,000 metres there before the end of the year. We see enormous potential for gold success. There's an enormous lack of work that's been done there recently, and previous explorers have mainly been looking for nickel on this particular tenement, and they've barely scratched the surface. All of the drilling has been air core. The average hole depth is just over 50 metres, and we've got a very high hit rate of anomalous gold at the level around 50 to 60 metres, which is where the gold mineralisation at Canona Bell actually starts. We've got an end of hole gold anomaly of 18 metres at 1.2 grams at the end of an air core hole, which hasn't been followed up. The drill spacing hit 800 metres by 100 metres. So yeah, a lot of drilling is required to get these results, and we're very excited by it.
Great. Well, all the best for the IPO and the exploration ahead, and look forward to following developments.
Okay, thanks a lot.
And thank you for watching. Now, if you like what you see, please be sure to like and share the video, subscribe to TCN TV, and drop us a comment. Tell us who you would like to see next and what you would like me to ask them. Or if you're an investor, send us an email so we can keep you in the loop with the latest ideas to empower.